The experiment of the unclaimed room, Phase 1, the axiom of reception. Begin with this foundational law. The mind receives what it actively expects, not merely wishes for, but expects as a certainty. I expect and I receive. Therefore, what I receive is precisely what I have in truth asked for. But how do I ask? Not just with words, but with the core belief behind the thought. Phase 2, the corruption of the ask. Here lies the rupture. When the moment to ask arrives, to commit to a single expectation, the mind hesitates. It does not simply ask, it thinks about asking. And in that space, self-doubt is born. Self-doubt is the assumption that it is not mine. But by the initial law, your assumption is your ask. So if you assume it is not, you have asked for not. The paradox: if you think it is, then it is yours. The inverse is also true. Your doubt is not an observation of reality, it is the active creation of an alternative one. Phase 3, the declaration of sovereignty. To break the cycle, a declaration must be made, absolute and without exception. It is mine. It can only be mine. There is no external force capable of negating this internal fact. The experiment's central challenge becomes, how does one cease generating other possibilities and fix attention solely on the one reality they choose to claim? The mind must become a fortress, defending only one truth. Phase 4, the societal interference. Why this is difficult. Now we introduce the contaminant, the world. Why would you resist claiming a reality built on care, understanding, and respect? Because the observed world operates on a different currency, power. Most human frameworks are binary power transactions, to dominate or to be submissive. This is especially ingrained, the experiment observes, in cultures that socialize individuals, often highlighting women as a case study, into dichotomies, overly submissive acceptance or dominating predation. There is no cultivated middle ground of sovereign exchange, the unshakable stance of a good person who demands fairness not as a plea, but as the deserved foundation of all interaction. Phase 5, the illusion of success. The world's metric validates this power struggle. Success is measured externally: status, material wealth, bank accounts. It deliberately ignores the internal personality cost, the bitten tongues, the swallowed integrity, the ethical sacrifices made to monkey branch up a corrupt ladder. Thus, true success is not material accumulation. It is the preservation of the self. It is maintaining ethics in a system that runs on every level of corruption, including the most insidious, self-degradation. The final loss is not of possessions, but of soul. You become a creature alien to yourself, adrift in a reality you built by asking for what you thought you should want, rather than what you, in your uncorrupted state, truly are. Conclusion of the experiment. The point is crystallized. Your reality is built by the purity and singularity of your ask. Self-doubt is the invasion of the world's corrupt, power-based model into your mental architecture. To claim a reality of care, respect, and understanding is a radical act of defiance. It requires you to see the world's game clearly, to reject its false rewards, and to build your internal fortress so firmly that your expectation, your ask, becomes an immutable fact, untouched by the chaos outside. You are not receiving from the world. You are receiving from the integrity of your own expectation.